It's time. The time has come to finally read my most anticipated books of 2025. You know, I've been just chilling. They were released. I was like, okay, people went off on Instagram, people went off on YouTube. I'm not there because the only opinion that matters is mine. There are only 2 books in this reading vlog. If you know, you know. Gosh, which one I'm gonna start with? I like these problems. Like, I'm so stressed. I don't know which book I'm going to start with. What's on my TBR, you ask? Obviously, we have A Dream Count by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I don't know what's going on. I'm very excited about this one. I might just start with this one, actually. I just don't know. Oh, no, I don't know, because you know what we have? Yeah, I don't know where to start, guys. I really don't know where to start. Piti piti po da da futa futa futele mawe kolosa makapa kapa choose get away a 1 a 2 a 3 4 5 ZTE sangoma uye na lo engi yo gcina yebo. Okay, it is decided. I will be starting Dream Count by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. To say I'm excited is just like an understatement, guys, and everything about this is actually quite perfect. Besides the fact that it's not in covers, it's not the same covers as the ones that I do have. But the font, I hope the chapters are also short. But also knowing Chimamanda, that might not be the case. But the fonts, oh, she got me. Guys, she has written so many books. In memory of my beautiful, her mom passed away. Owa. Someone teach me Igbo or Yoruba. I don't know if this is Igbo or Yoruba. Someone teach me the language. I want to speak it so bad. Guys, I'm so excited. Actually, there's a girl that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Chiamak. Is that how you pronounce it? She got me. She got me. This is the opening line. I have always longed to be known, truly known by another human being. Sometimes we live for years with yearnings that we cannot name. She got me. She got me, y'all. I fear she got me. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. Why did you do that though? I mean, felt, but why would you Google them? I feel this line so deeply because as a new 28-year-old, I have been thinking about this so much. I thought of all the beginnings and the lightness of being that comes with beginnings. I grieved the time lost in hoping that whatever I had would turn to wonder. I grieved what I did not even know to be true, that there was someone out there who had passed me by, who might not just have loved me, but truly known me. And I don't know. I resonate with that line so much because it's something that I've just been thinking a lot about ever since I turned this new age. Even before I turned this new age, I think this thought has just been looming at the back of my mind and thinking that so many people in my life know pieces of me but don't know. Like, there isn't one person who I can say truly knows everything about me. Like, everyone knows pieces of me. Anyways. Hi guys, I am here with an update. It's not like it's not like I'm far. I'm currently on page 67. I have a few things to say about this book. Some of the things that are being talked about here, I just find them very relatable to this day and age. And not that it's interesting or she's saying something new, for her to put it in this type of light. It's very interesting, especially from Chimamanda. Right? A lot of people, myself included, kind of had an idea of what this book may be, and because a lot of people on the socials were basically talking about like how men here are trash. That is true. That I know there's a common theme with all of her books. Like, obviously, she will will shine light on Nigeria and she will speak about the war and the impact on the war, right? But it's always from a very disadvantaged point of view. But this one is really interesting because I'm still in Chiamaka's part. This is a person who not necessarily was touched by the war. She was raised by rich parents. She comes from that lineage, but she hasn't gotten touched by it. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. Like, she sees the world differently. I am enjoying that so much. Like we've seen with Americana, with Purple Hibiscus, even though they were of a certain class, it was never on this magnitude. Enjoying that part, and I like how modern it is. I'm relating obviously to Chiamaka because I think there are certain things that you experience as a person, as a woman, as a Black woman in certain spaces you have gone through, you've experienced, so you relate to what Chiamaka is telling you, what she's going through, and what she just basically sees. I don't want to talk about the relationship that she has with Darnell. It's pissing me off. That's all you need to know, that it's pissing me off. I want Darnell to die. A part of me, I know I just want to judge. How can you let that man run you? Like, you could have run that man easily. She thought she was in love. I don't think it was love, but it's interesting that she puts it as if like she was in love. I'm not even gonna say, I'm not enjoying the writing. I am eating this up. At some point, I was like, I didn't know Chimamanda was this funny because I was laughing. The beginning, this book felt diary entry like. It makes it more personal, like it makes it very easy for me to relate to the character. I know that there are 4 women here, and I've gotten glimpses of some of the women that I'm going to get their POVs, and already even in the introductory with Chiamaka's part, getting to know the character, like their family and who's who. But even so, there's so many topics that I like brought up, like classism in academic spaces, like Arnell and his friends, to people who feel like they're better than everybody because they have certain beliefs or they have experienced certain things. Superiority of someone wanting to save the minority because of their privilege. It doesn't come across as if I am helping, but it comes across like I'm superior, so I'm able to do this. I have people who are able to do this. I don't know. I'm liking that being portrayed. So with that comes the topic of feeling like you need to perform in certain spaces. I'm enjoying the randomness of certain types of conversations, especially between Elego. I think that's how you pronounce it, between Chiamaka and Omelego. The randomness of those type of conversations that they have is actually very interesting to me, and I like it. I think I'm going to enjoy her POV, Omelego, who is Chiamaka's cousin. I'm really, really excited to read her parts. I have decided to have a new alter ego, which is going to be a rich Nigerian auntie, just like Chiamaka's mom. I love it so much. I love a woman who's unapologetically who she is. Like, she's saying, I deserve everything that I have. I have beauty. I have a loving husband who doesn't step out on me. I have money. I just love how she walks on this earth. I want to be like you when I grow up. So yeah, those are my takeaways so far. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. Hopefully I am. Can I just talk about the font? She has me there. The font is not tiny, and I love that. For some reason, I feel like I'm getting through this book very quickly. I just got the shock of my life of someone studying a certain type of profession. Man, let me get him back into reading, and I will talk to you guys when I do have an update. How Chiamaka easily lies reminds me of Shonda Rhimes, her book In the Year of Yes, where she was like, as a child, she used to lie, like for no reason, she would lie. It has me thinking, are all writers kind of like liars? Like, were liars when they were growing up, or just liars? The way lies come out of my babe, Chiamaka, girl. How she's describing the relationship that she has with Chuka, it's what a lot of people, especially like Black people, African people, will say it's the perfect relationship. This man is reliable, he's handsome, he's rich, he is all the things that a lot of people will say are good qualities in a man. For Chiamaka, it's like those type of things, that type of security is not something that she's looking for in a romantic relationship. Also, it was first Sally Rooney with intermezzo with all of these sex scenes. Now it's Chimamanda. What's going on? When did we get here? You just said, here you go. Anyways, the relationship that Chuka and Chiamaka have, it's ideal. But for Chiamaka, I don't think it's something that she wants. I don't think ideal is what she wants. She wants romance. She wants love. That fairy tale soulmate type of thing. And there's nothing wrong with wanting that, especially because she's a girl who was raised by big man. You know, she's a big man's daughter. So she's always had that kind of like security around relationships are beyond, like, we don't have to break up because he cheated or the woman cheated or like something, or like he beat you or was like abusive. There is more to relationships, and there is more to a relationship not working than just those things. Today I said I am matching with my book. Reading updates, currently on page 109. It just dawned on me that I didn't give you guys a synopsis of what this book is about. Basically, we're following 4 people, or 4 women, interconnected. We have Chiamaka, who is a African American. She was born in Nigeria and she lives in America. She's a travel writer. She was raised by a rich family. Her dad is a big man in Nigeria. So she has lived a very comfortable life, a very privileged life. It's during the pandemic when she spends a lot of time being alone. She's reflecting on her life and the relationships that she's had, and we see the relationship that she has with her friends too. Her POV was first person, which I thought was going to be the way that this book was going to be written the entire time. I'm in the middle of Zikora and her POV is third person. I think even though I do hear what Zikora is saying, it doesn't feel as personal. Just got to Zikora's POV. She is a successful lawyer, but she is struggling with the loneliness that comes with wanting certain things and not having them at a certain time, right? So where I'm at, she's recalling being on the dating scene, seeing the trials and errors, the failed relationships, seeing so many red flags, but choosing not to see. She saw them, but she was like, I'm going to ignore. Many women can't do that because they want certain things. They choose to not see red flags. And then there is Omulego. It kind of feels like she's a person who's always discovering herself and who's always challenging systems and people and things in general in the world. Like, I'm gonna have fun reading her POV. And then last one is Kadi, who is Kadiato. Guys, and I'm so sorry if I'm butchering these names. Kadiato is a single mom working as a housekeeper. Like, really interesting to see all of these POVs of these women, how they show up in the world with all of their lives and systems and beliefs that they have. For me, it's very comforting. Some of the things that I have always thought but not knowing how to perfectly articulate are written here. And it's also making me think about certain things, how I view people in the world and how I show up in the world. I'm questioning how I show up. Am I truly showing up as myself? Is it kind of like performative in some sort of ways? And if it is performative, like, why do I feel the need to perform that way in certain spaces? I think I'm just gonna do that right now, and I'll talk to you guys later. So guys, I'm actually on page 131. I'm not reading as fast as I wanted to read. What I do want to update you guys, I'm still reading Zikora's part. I just want to say, a great way to show how men are given so much liberty in things that they should be participating in. Oh, they're men. This is how men think. Boys will be boys. Sometimes you can't help as a woman and envy that kind of freedom, because I know life will be so much easier for me. But maybe let's go back in times when men used to go to war so that I can understand and see their value. Because honestly, the men that we have nowadays are just... After being in Chiamaka's head, it's also very interesting to be in the head of Zikora, who basically wants the opposite of what Chiamaka wants. And also you see the subtle animosity between acquaintances or friends. There will be someone who feels or acts like they are better than the other, or maybe the person is just being themselves, because you just could be confident in who you are and how you walk on earth, but people would just think, oh, she thinks she's better than us. Also enjoying that commentary. Really loving this book. I am enjoying it. I love the writing. I was hoping that we are gonna get Omelega's parts, because I'm really excited to see what she has to say. I have to be patient, and I will be patient. Without further ado, let's get right into that. I'm here, guys. Okay, I'm here. There's a lot that has happened. A lot of time has passed. I will tell you that. This book poured something into me while straining me at the same time. I don't even remember when I last left you guys. I think I left you maybe towards the end of Zikora's parts, which was such an interesting character to explore. Things that she was experiencing, and truly felt for what she was going through, and just truly felt like it was another reason 153 of man ain't shit. I can't believe she went through that all of the years. I like the way Chimamanda did the whole men are trash. These men will put up a front as if they're good man, but actually they just ain't shit. Kadiota's part took me by surprise and caught me off guard, and nobody, guys, I did not expect to be so heartbroken. I tried to imagine what she was going through, and she explained it as vividly as she can. She explained it. It felt like I was there, but I still cannot imagine what she went through. And the fact that Chimamanda took this story, what Kariota was going through, it's actually based on a true story. So just like the conversation of people having opinions on certain incidents, and just a conversation of just because you have an opinion doesn't mean that it's a fact. And also just the importance of language, and no matter how much you try to translate, it can never translate the way that you want it to be said. Sometimes language can really fail us in those instances, and I feel like it failed Kariota. The relief and the joy, commentary of just certain things. I do not need justice to be brought, but I just need people to leave me the fuck alone. That was something for me that was new. I was even shocked myself because I was pissed off. Nothing was funny in Karioto's part. I will tell you that. Nothing was funny. Karioto floored me on the floor, guys. That was training for me. And then we finally got to my favorite part, who was Omilego. I was not disappointed. I felt so seen. Every single page I got, she is me and I am her, with every single thing. When I say when I grow up I want to be Omilego, that's the type of woman. When I heard that she hosts dinner parties for her friends and her different friend groups, I was like, I want to do that shit. And how ambitious she is, how much she wants to work, how much she wants to help women, how the other ladies was basically talking about her. I was like, she sounds like my girl. I feel like I'm projecting, or I'm just saying it wrong when I say other people are intimidated by her. Certain people who feel a certain kind of discomfort when you are confident and you are decisive and you know who you are and you believe in what you believe and your values stand, it almost comes across as cocky. It almost comes across as I know everything, I could never be wrong. And it's not a sense that she cannot be taught, but it's a sense that she learned from a very young age that she never wants to be wrong. She doesn't even glorify her struggle. She just says, I went through that, and then she moves on, which speaks true to who I am. And you see certain insecurities, but they don't rise up to the surface. She doesn't wear them on her sleeve. Something that she grapples with privately. She asks questions and she talks to her friends, obviously, not necessarily to ask their opinions, but to get a feel of how they see her life. I don't know. She's very insightful to me. I love her so much. There is nothing bad that I can say about Omilego. There's a part, that line floored me, guys. I would like to be seen like that. So her one friend basically says, you're so passionate. You really believe in what you believe. And she says, it's still one of the most loveliest things I have ever been told. Being accepted or being seen. Oh, that she truly believes in whatever she truly believes, and she's so passionate about it, and being accepted for that and not being questioned. I am so sorry. I love it so much and I wish it upon my life. Thank you, Jesus. She also talks about grief, how she had grieved someone that was important in her life, but she didn't grieve them as when it was happening, but she only grieved them later. Guys, and when I say every single thing that Omilego went through, I felt. I say that this book poured into me, but also drained me so much at the same time that I don't want to say it's hard. Where do I even begin to articulate how much this book means to me? At the same time, I do find fault in it, but that obviously the chapters are extremely long. The chapters are extremely long, and I'll say it now and I'll say it forever. Chimamanda Ngozi is not the type of writer that you just expect to have short chapters, unless she's writing short stories. There's nothing new under the sun. That's how I felt with this book. That part when you read getting the title of the book, I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. Someone come to the front and explain it to me. Thank you. My final thoughts. Chiamaka doesn't necessarily know what she wants. Like, I'm trying to be humble, but she has all of this beauty, all of this money, all of this access to a lot of things. Yet she makes herself small in certain spaces. I just don't understand that. She doesn't know what she wants. That's just how I feel. Zikora reminds me so much of Molly from Insecure. I don't know if maybe it's because she's a lawyer. She needs to decenter men. But also the fact that she's a whole lawyer and she let that man dip. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just didn't understand that, but okay. Karioto, I want to hug her. She probably wouldn't let me, but I want to hug her. Omeloko, you are a 5-star by yourself, baby. I love you so much. I enjoyed this book. That's all I have to say for it. This is weird. I haven't done this in so long. I am back to kind of like close this video properly. I have been in the biggest slump of this entire year, and I feel like I've been saying that the entire year. For a person who has huge goals when it comes to her reading, I've just been slacking this year, and it's not pleasing me and my homegirls. I'm not even sure where I left you guys off. I just want to give you guys like an update, besides the fact that I cut my hair. I finished Dream Count. I think I gave you guys a wrap up of what I thought, of how I felt. I think this is the reason why I went to a slump. There were very high expectations of this book. It didn't necessarily reach those expectations, but also I think the content of this book was somewhat heavy for me. I think I spoke to you guys about like Kadia too. She really left a mark on me. This definitely put me in a slump. And then I just went through a slump whilst trying to read this book that I soft DNF'd because I just couldn't get into it. It felt slow, didn't connect to anything. Like even the thought of picking up this book was just like draining to me. It started with a bang, and after chapter 1 it just became slow, and that's the gist of it. I am in a book club, so I've just been reading those books so that I can have things to discuss. Close off this vlog and tell you guys that I am in the biggest slump of my life, and I cut my hair. Started this vlog with high expectations, high moods and everything, but it didn't end so well. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I don't even know what's going on. Hopefully your homegirl will come with the video soon. So yeah, see you on that one.